Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good morning. How is everybody doing? Beautiful day here in Colorado. Supposed to get up into the low 70s today, a little bit later. Kind of a little crisp this morning, but that's okay. So I have a new set of earbuds, right? They're actually just the iPhone ones that come with it. And they don't really fit my ears real well. I ordered some of these little cushion things that go on them, and then they stay in better. But my other earbuds were causing a clicking sound during some of these podcasts. And this one does not do it. I've tried it a couple different times with different things, but they kind of fall out. So when I do this, where I push them back up in, I'm not sure if that's going to make noise or not, but I hope it's not too distracting. I'm trying to make this better, and I think the end result, once I get these little cushions, is that these earbuds are going to be great. So good morning, everybody. Let's see. Get right into the topic. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's a good one, and I did some work on it yesterday. Actually, all my research is kind of around this darn topic indirectly, and I never just talk about it. But it's, do we really want to get well? Is sort of a topic area for this morning. Do we really want to get well? And if given a solution, right, why do we not use the solution? Let me see if I can refine that a little bit better. There was a lady yesterday who came on the internet, and she wasn't talking. She just, well, actually she was. It was a testimonial kind of thing, and then some language that was on there that she was just talking about this, that, and the other thing. But what she was saying was, and listen to this, this just blew me away, which caused me to say, I'm going to do a podcast on that. She said, I'm losing all my family and friends, is what she said. I'm losing my family and friends because of the program I'm in and the work that I'm doing. Whoa. And I'm not sure that I can, she hesitated to say, give up the program. She was going to say, well, I just don't want to do the program anymore. But she just was caught on the fence, right? By doing the program, she gets well. As a result of that, people view her as a changed person, and some may distance themselves from her. Well, of course, right? So here's a lady who had some issues, health issues, right? Seeking help, nothing working, finds the program, starts working the program, crosses the river of change, becomes another person, changes her personality, how she thinks, acts, and feels, right? All the positive stuff. Down-regulates, up-regulates, does all that stuff, becomes another person, how she thinks and feels, right? I think that's the way the program's supposed to go. And as a result, people may come up to you and say things like, you know, your hair, it just looks so nice. Did you do something to your hair? Or you look like you've lost some weight, you know. Are you working on that? Or, you know, just different things. They're going to, and really what they're seeing is that your aura is changing, that your personality is changing, that your demeanor is changing, that you're no longer stuck in the matrix, that you're no longer maybe addicted to the chemical emotions, the negative chemical emotions that you've lived by for so long. You know, the thoughts that you have today are the same thoughts you had yesterday and the day before and the week before and the month before and the year before. And now they're gone, you know. You've pruned apart the neurons, right? The synapses, the parts that connect it, the hardwired parts that were the old unhealthy beliefs and perceptions, right? And she's complaining that she's lost some of her old friends, maybe a family member here or there. I'm not sure. You know, families can certainly just abandon you, of course. No different than people can. So, what do you think of that? Gosh, I wish you guys could call in right now. I would love to hear your impressions of that person. I certainly have mine, and you go into the program knowing that you're trying to get well, better, not have a disease, not be sick and ill, physically, emotionally, whatever it happens to be. And this is where you want to be. This is the end result. And she's complaining. She's complaining that she lost, some of the old people that were unhealthy. Let's be honest about it. Those people that left her were the unhealthy people she was hanging around with. I don't care if they were family. They were unhealthy. That kept her sick. That kept her in the addiction. You know, it's the codependent kind of thing. Why does a codependent stay with an addict? They get their needs met in an indirect, unhealthy way. So I'd love to have your comments on that. And again, I'm pretty close to having this thing to where we're going to set it up every day at a certain time and be able to have you just call in. You'd be calling into this phone number, and I'd be able to just switch over and take your call on the air. It's not going to be complicated, but for right now, I don't know. Nobody seems to text or email or call me or whatever the case is anyway. But if there's anybody out there listening, good golly, and there's probably a lot of people, but you're just not being counted. Sometimes my stats that I look at periodically indicate that there's more people than are actually responding. But at any rate, so that's this lady, right? Fascinating, you guys. Just amazing. I mean, I practically fell down. I couldn't believe this person. It's like, here, take it from this standpoint. I mean, here, let's just say I don't know what her disease was. You know, I'm not privy to that. But let's just say it was, I don't know, a cancer. And she downregulates the genes, and the markers come back, she doesn't have cancer. Let's just go there for a moment. and she loses certain people that were unhealthy and part of her environment that contributed to obtaining the cancer coming and finding her. And she's saying, she's wanting to say, I want my friends back. That's the same thing as saying, I want my cancer back. Well, blows me away. Good coffee this morning. There's another person that I ran into a while back, not that long ago, actually. And this is a gentleman who has several diseases, okay? And, I mean, I didn't know. I just asked him, and he was willing to talk about, the different diseases that he has. And, of course, that's his identity, right? Follow me on that one. That's his identity. Yeah, let me tell you. Let me talk about that, Oh, gosh, yeah. And I have this and I have that, and it causes this, and I have to take that, and that causes this, and this gets worse, and, prognosis, I don't know what it is, probably isn't very good. I went on and on and on for a period of time that I knew him. I, matter-of-factly, casually, indirectly, just talked in terms of, our little program where we can, learn how to self-heal, possibly, and not be sick. And I brought it up, I don't know, a half dozen times, indirectly. I mean, I didn't sit down and confront him and say, listen, here's a program. It seems to work really, really well, has great statistics and good recovery, and would you like to know about it? And the answer I guess indirectly got from him was, I kind of like who I am. I'm not real crazy about all my diseases, but they're my diseases. And it's who I am. That's kind of what he was saying to me. Whoa. I did not understand that. So sometimes, 2 cases this morning, right? These are just 2 cases. Couple people rather be sick. Would like to get your thoughts on that. I have spoken here on my podcasts several times about people seem a little reluctant to getting well. They have gotten so used to the addiction of how their body feels. Their body has a mind. And based on, every single day of their life, it shoots out chemicals, emotions, and it makes them feel, I don't know, anything from depressed to sad to despondent to sick to unhealthy to who knows what, anything opposite of happy and healthy. And you become addicted to that. Yesterday I felt the same way I felt today, and last week I felt the same way that I felt today, and last month and last year and 4 years ago and 8 years ago. This is how I feel every single day. Down. not happy and healthy. And I like it. That's who I am. That's my identity. When I get up in the morning, I go in the mirror, I go and look in front of the mirror and make sure that I'm still feeling that same way, that I'm that same person. Isn't that kind of like the two examples I just gave you this morning? Here's a last kind of comment. I had said this one to you before. I'm going to say it again. But, sometimes when I'm sitting around with some people and they go around and ask what you do, and I say what I do, and people just go on to the next person. They don't want to come back and ask in more detail. Tell me more about that, John. Tell me more about that. How does that work? Does it work? Is it good? Is it something you think it would be beneficial for me? Could I try it? They don't go there. So that's kind of the podcast for today. You got the gist of it. You understand it. I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this program, you are not one of those people that wants to stay in an unhealthy situation. You don't want your identity to be based on your sickness, right? So here's the deal. I'm available. There's lots of me out there. I mean, I'm obviously not the only one that does this. There's lots of me out there, and they're very, very good. And contact them if you don't want to contact me. That's okay. I'm happy to come and talk. I'm happy to come and speak, lecture. I'd love to do a little workshop with you, and get you all involved in the whole process and show you how it works. Call me, text me, do whatever you have to do to track me down. I'm on social media everywhere. You can find my blogs. Good God, my blogs. Go through that again. Go to jzegar@blogspot.com. Very simple. JZEGAR .blogspot, all one word, .com. And you can read daily blogs forever. And they're great. I did one last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, actually. I did one last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, kind of on this same subject, but go read that one. It's excellent. And I have a bunch of links on there that go back to Amazon. Obviously, if you click any of the links and buy anything from Amazon, I get a little bump back. Lastly, I'm self-supporting by my listening audience, by the people who read my blogs, just however I can get it. So, I'm serious, you guys, about this. All costs money, and I don't do this. I guess when I don't have enough money, I don't do the podcasts, and I back off of stuff because I'm short of money. So it's very, very important. I'm not begging. This is just a profession. This is a profession to me. This is what I've done for 43 years, right? So poo-pooing, why would we give you money, Well, it's a profession. That's what it is. People who, do other kinds of public things for the benefit of people, get paid, and you indirectly are paying them anyway. I'm just asking for some penny, nickels, dime, quarters. Go to my PayPal account. It's real simple, jzegar.com, JZEGAR.com. And that'll get you into my PayPal account. Put in there whatever you want to do. That's great with me. You know what? It's a great day. It's a beautiful day. I hope you guys stuck around until the end of this thing. We're going to get this refined into a certain time. I'm going to say like either an early in the morning, I'm going to give you 3 times. Early in the morning, which would be, I don't know, 7, 8, or 9. Just before lunch, like at 11. Right after lunch, like at 1 or 3 o'clock. There's 4 times, okay? So if you're out there listening, and I know you are, somehow let me know which broadcast time you would prefer if it were going to be live. And I want to take this thing live. I want you guys to become part of this podcast. It's not my podcast, it's our podcast. So somehow get back to me. Easy to find me. Easy to find me, and let me know what time you would vote for. So God bless everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're excited about today. I hope you're excited about your life and your future, and you're designing it in just a really cool fashion, and you're looking forward to it. And guess what? It's already here. So have a good day. See you all later. Thank you very much. Bye.